Dr. Mark Siegel joins us. He's a member of the Fox News Medical A-Team and professor of medicine at NYU Langone Medical Center. Doctor,
hi, Rick.
Good morning. How bad is this?
This is about the worst cancer you can have. It's a very, very deadly cancer. As far as I know, I haven't seen the records or examined him, but it's very aggressive. The problem with it is that it's made of the support cells of the brain, and it infiltrates the brain. So even if you think you've removed it, cells remain that you can't get at. And that's even with our newest neuroimaging techniques, by the way, which are good at looking at things that we didn't look at before.
Looking at it, but getting in there, because it's the brain, is challenging.
Absolutely. And then radiation and chemotherapy, which he's supposedly going to get, hasn't worked that well. We have been using that since the 1980s, but usually this type of cancer, people don't live more than a year or two with the standard treatments.
But he is not your typical cancer patient, is he?
And I actually agree with that point. I think courage and fighting and never giving up plays a role with cancer, and I think it plays a big role. Plus, we're at the point now where we're starting with the newest therapies. You know, the 21st Century Cures Act gave $1.8 billion to cancer treatments at the NIH and research. Ironically, Joe Biden, behind that, his son died of this exact kind of cancer. They're using the latest immunotherapies where they look for abnormal proteins in this cancer, and they fight it immunologically. They're taking the cells out now, re-engineering them, Rick, and putting them back in and targeting the cancer. There's some hope that that may help.
The senator obviously spent a lot of time in Vietnam, and there's been some speculation about a possible Agent Orange connection. Do you see one here?
Let's put it this way. With all of the cancers he's had, melanomas, skin cancers, squamous, I looked at his records, and now this. That question remains in my mind, but the research, the studies, has not proven a link, so I'd have to say no at this point.
Okay, the vice president said that he and his wife are praying for the senator, and that cancer picked on the wrong guy, that John McCain is a fighter, and he'll win this fight, too. And you do believe that being a fighter will help him in this?
Number one, I think being a fighter will help. I'll tell you what else will help. I think that given what he did in Vietnam, where he let others be released while he stayed in captivity, didn't want an early release, I think that if anyone is going to get a medical miracle here, I would hope that God would give it to him.
We hope so, too. Dr. Mark Siegel, thanks for being with us.
Good to see you, Rick.
You too.